Welcome to Evolve, where we have fearless, unfiltered, unapologetic conversation with host Chanel Spencer, author, speaker, and CEO of Maximum Evolution. Are you ready? I hope you're ready.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Evolve, where we have fearless, unfiltered, and unapologetic conversation. And by now, you know that we have a special series this week with our new project, The Evolution Effect, that I'm super excited, where we had 21 authors, including myself, sharing our stories of how we broke patterns, overcame adversities, and have stepped into our greatness. And today I have a special guest. You don't understand how much I love her and how much I feel like she's such a powerhouse and a game changer, and is just like taking over the world with the Moneymakers Club and the Get Visible group and the Create Your Cash. Say hello to the beautiful people, Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills.
Hey. What's going on, Chanel? You know you're one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Really? I try to be this. So let me just tell you a little bit about Dr. Stevie. So she is phenomenal, as I said. She is a CEO, and she is super powerful and is taking over the world. And I've been so blessed to be a part of her journey and to see how much she has grown and literally just like flourishing. And like every time that I see her posts about how she has increased her revenues, I'm like, yes. But anyway, so Dr. Stevie Mills has embraced a culture where fun is just not a niche. It is a necessity. Stevie is a native of Greensboro, North Carolina, and a proud graduate of North Carolina A&T State University, where AG pride reigns. Her informal education consists of a BA in Public Relations, a MS in Human Resources, and an honorary doctorate of leadership. However, Stevie's real-life experiences have made her a well-known social media influencer and gained her the title, the Chief It Factor Cultivator, a woman unashamed to incorporate tons of fun into her life and business, all the while declaring, "I love my life," has made Stevie a highly sought-out speaker and consultant. She is a true CEO, founder of the Beauty from Head to Toe Tour, the Moneymakers Club, and an anchor company, Stevie Productions. Yes, she is also the host of The Conversation of Stevie on iHeartRadio, as well as the visionary author of the best-selling books, Cultivating Your It Factor and The Pieces of My Platform. Yes, that's what I am talking about, Dr. Stevie. Gosh, she was a powerhouse. Didn't I tell you? But let's get to this, to this lovely anthology project. So my first question to you is, what made you title your chapter Comfort Zone Chaos?
First off, I want to say I'm super proud of you because anthologies are amazing, yes, and they help to put so many different people on, you know, the platform that you have, and that's amazing. So kudos and congrats to you. And for me, Comfort Zone Chaos, that was literally the Lord. I was like, what? Jesus, you want me to write about what? And I think for me, because I always tell people your comfort zone is your broken zone. And so for me, that truly allowed the opportunity to come into the space and the place of telling people that you got to get uncomfortable so that you can get comfortable, right? We got to get out of the comfort zone so that we can get back in it, because we can't make big, beautiful leaps and bounds like Chanel has done with this project without getting out of our comfort zone. And sometimes those comfort zones can be the pathways to our progress. And so for me, that's what I had to do. I never set out to be an entrepreneur. Right. So entrepreneurship is completely out of my comfort zone. And that's where like all those beautiful accolades that you just read, Chanel, have come because I stepped out of my comfort zone.
Right. Oh my gosh, you are speaking nothing but actual facts, because a lot of times we stay a lot of people don't step into their greatness because they are comfortable with what they're comfortable with, meaning the fear, the anxiety, the dysfunction, whatever it is that you have in your life, you are comfortable with it. So your fear will hold you back from truly getting what you deserve, truly being who you are destined to be in this world. So I absolutely love everything that you do. It inspires me, honestly, because until I got into that Get Visible group, I was not visible. I'll tell you that. I was visible, but not to the extent that I'm visible now. Like, you know what I mean? Every 5 seconds you see something that I'm doing.
Yes, I love it.
and so you inspire so many to do the same. And it's honestly a phenomenal thing, because there are some people who are the complete opposite. They want to always have the shine, and seeing others succeed makes them feel some type of way. And so it's such a blessing to have a person like you who is like the complete opposite, and nurturing and caring and completely authentic and genuine, because that's another piece where people wear the mask and pretend like they want everybody else's success, but at the end of the day, they don't. But you are the complete opposite, and you are fun. Like, oh my God, I can't say it. That's why anything you do, I'm like, okay, because it's always phenomenal. So tell us a little bit more about your chapter and what you discussed and what the audience can expect.
Definitely in the chapter that I wrote, I think that the audience can find out that I'm the girl who literally got a whole lot of success because of something that happened in my life. And for me, I always believe that God will shift you if you don't shift when he tells you to shift.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I was in a corporate job. It's so funny because I'm like, now that I know what my it factor is, I was not built for corporate America, but
Right.
I didn't know then. And I always tell people I went from kindergarten to grad school. And so the next logical thing was to get a job, because that's what we're taught.
Right,
And I ended up, long story short, in a place in a space where I thought the more degrees that I had, the more money I was supposed to make. Like, that makes logical sense to me. And so, so I ended up very ill in this place, in this job, and I hated it. I did not want to be there, and my body kind of rebelled. I had to go through 3 colonoscopies within 30 days, 2 within 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I had shingles, and I went from a size 14 to a size 0.
Mm-hmm.
And this was all in about 30 days. I was sick for about a year, and this was at the age of 30. So all of these things are happening, spiraling out of my life at 30, which, is a very different age. A lot of people are fearful of that age 30. I think at every age that we get to be blessed. So it's beautiful. I'm sitting at 41 today. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it is that, that was the chaos of my comfort zone, because it was very comfortable for me to stay in a place in which I thought I had aspired to be all my life. It was very uncomfortable to step out and say, I want to be an entrepreneur. And I remember talking to my cousins, like my big brother, and I told him I was scared to quit. I was so scared, because I reached the epitome of what I thought my success would be. Mm-hmm. And so stepping out to an unknown world of entrepreneurship, and even then I didn't know what I was going to do. I knew I had to get out their environment, but I didn't know business was the thing I was going to do. Mm-hmm. And stepping out and being very uncomfortable has blessed me. And now I'm very comfortable in what I do. But
right.
Then almost 11 years ago, I was scared to death. So I understand that. And I think the readers will, whatever their whole thing is, whatever their comfort zone is that's about to get chaotic, because if you're not in the right space, it will. I think that they can relate to that.
Oh my, I feel like you're literally talking to me. Like, what you said in regards to the fear of quitting, the fear of the unknown, and then the chaos forcing you to kind of make the decision that you should have made anyways a long time ago. That was literally me last September. Like, I was miserable, but I was making 6 figures. To everybody else, I'm like at the top, but my heart was no longer in it, and everything that could go wrong just was going completely wrong, and I was exhausted mentally. So oh my goodness. So if you are an entrepreneur, or if you are a part-time entrepreneur and have a full-time job, you definitely need to read this chapter, because let me tell you something. Dr. Stevie, is literally a walking testimony of stepping out on faith and truly understanding what you are destined to do and who you're destined to be, and walking in it with fear, with having doubt, with the unknown, with not having the 100% knowledge of what needs to be executed or how to do it, and just making it happen no matter what. Things fall into place as long as you're walking in the right steps. And oh my so powerful. And the crazy part was the piece that I was going to quote, you literally just talked about it, was the chaos ensued the day that my comfortability turned into illness. I did end up quitting my job because the chaos became too much, and I finally gave myself permission to turn my chaos into clarity. It was not without consequences. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's super, super powerful. So what would you say to someone who is like literally on that fence? Like, what words would you share with someone to say, hey, like there's light at the end of the tunnel?
I, as you know, am very much Christ-centered. So for me, everything starts with Christ. And I would say pray. Like pray. Because I thank God I moved when I did, as far as getting out of that comfort zone. Because I don't know if I would be alive to even speak to you right now, because I was getting sicker and sicker. And I didn't know it. I thank God never had experienced stress in my life. So going through that battle of stress and understanding what stress can do and deteriorate your body and mind and spirit, like, I don't know if I would be alive right now had I not moved when I had to move. And I think the thing about it is that timing and positioning in life is so important. And I always tell people, don't do what I did, because I up and quit, but my life circumstances are where I could have up and quit. You know, it was different. So somebody looking at my situation and say, oh, she has quit her job, that might not be the right move for you. Maybe you need to get a nest egg together. Maybe you need to do it smarter and get some counseling and coaching. But I do know that the first place you have to start with is pray and get direction, so that you can know what is the next step and go to someone who is hired to you. In my case, you know, I have a great coach on earth, but I didn't, when I started out, I didn't have a coach. I couldn't afford a coach. They said, you know, you have $1 and dream. Well, honey, I didn't even have $1. I had a dream, but it was some place in which I did get to a coach who is a earth realm, and that's Dr. Marilyn Porter. And thank God for her, because she helped to shift me. But in the beginning, it was just me and Jesus.
Right. Wow. So in your chapter, you also said, and I quote, entrepreneurship has strengthened and stretched me in ways that I never would have imagined. I have found myself sharing stages with Lisa Nichols, one of my favorite people in the world. I have worked on Steve Harvey's team, amazing. And I have been in spaces and places with influencers and celebrities. And the lessons came in me having to believe that my new normal is now comfortable. However, I can't stay comfortable in one place too long. Wow. Like Lisa Nichols, Steve Harvey's, now you're with influencers and celebrities. So what did it feel like when things just started to fall into place, when you just took that step out on faith?
You know what? The word that it came in my spirit, and it's gonna sound real cliche, but the word that came in my spirit when you asked that question is comfortable. It felt real comfortable, because part of my story and my testimony is that I never wanted to be Stevie. Like, that's a huge name for a little girl, so I always got picked on. People always like mispronounced it, all kinds of stuff. And the thing that was most uncomfortable for me, stepping into my own personal identity, has been the thing that God used for my branding. Like, differentiation is part of my branding. Just Stevie is part of my brand. All the things that I was running from was the thing that helped me to get where I am, even to the point of having, you know, influencers like Soleil West, who was the youngest in charge and on New York Fashion Week and beyond. The girl's so bad. She's been on my podcast. Her mom is somebody I'm connected to now. That wouldn't have come. You know, having people like celebrity chef, they call him Chef Bay, but Kenneth Temple, who is the Chop champion on the Food Network, like having his personal phone number. People have worked with Tyler Perry, like Danny Clay has been in Tyler Perry's plays, Medea's Big Happy Family, and he got discovered by Steve Harvey. Like, stuff names and things like Cheryl Wood, Lucinda Cross worked on their teams. It's just been really, the movie Forrest Gump, how he went from thing to thing and stage to stage. I can relate to that because that's really what happened in my life. And now being able to speak to one of the most influential women coming up now, Chanel Spencer, I'm just overjoyed, but it's definitely something in which I had to surrender to who I am and just be that person. Like, I feel like all women are walking celebrities. We just have to tap into it. We don't know it yet. And so I think Hidden Figures, the movie, it made a dynamic impact in my life because it gave me a purpose to help more women get unhidden. Because I think everybody is so remarkable and we have our own it factors that God placed in this world. But if we don't tap into it, then we're going to remain hidden and nobody's going to know us. So that just sparked something in me to help more women get visible and stop hiding.
Right. And I already told you in the beginning, she definitely helped me to do that. She was like, you need to repost that because you need to put a picture and we need to see you. And I'm like, okay, listen, when people who are 10 to 15 steps ahead of you tell you need to do something, you need to listen. Okay. So again, I thank you for being who you are, and because it literally allows so many other powerful women to be who they want to be in this world. You know what I mean? It's just such a beautiful thing, and I think that you are phenomenal. And I think I say that to you almost every time that we have a meeting, or like anytime that I get an opportunity to say it. I do, and I'm super proud of everything that you have accomplished in such a short period of time, and that, like, hearing your backstory and what you've accomplished previously, it's like, oh my goodness, it's just phenomenal. It really is. It really, really is. So what's next for you?
Definitely. First, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be on your platform. I never take it lightly when somebody invites you into their space because they don't have to. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of the things that's helped me to keep going is that I have an incredible sense of gratitude. I know that gratitude is the seed for more. And so whenever someone invites me, I'm very gracious about it. Mm-hmm. And next definitely is growing the Moneymakers Club. Like, I do believe that it is the place where women walk in wealth, and so many testimonies have come from the Moneymakers Club and the women, and I love just saying it. I love celebrating women. And someone said, Stevie, you've created a culture of celebration. I love seeing, dispelling the myth that women don't get along. Primarily we are women of color in the group, but they have myths about colorism and all kinds of stuff that I love dispelling. I just love breaking the stereotype.
Right. Yes. And you have don't forget your online school now, honey.
Yes, Create Your Cash. And it's so funny, I'm very Southern, and I know, especially to your New York ears, I sound very Southern, but Create Your Cash, not even your, is intentionally Yo Cash. Thanks to Shalina the Diva. But I'm excited about that because I get to help women to easily chunk their learning and understand that we can show up on podcasts. I studied PR, like you said at the top of the show. I studied PR, but now, honey, I am the media. So not only can I help you get on the media, I am the media. And owning that and understanding that differentiates me from anybody else. And I can tell you how to create a successful podcast because I've done it. I had to learn myself how to get booked on television, how to have like audio anthologies, like Audible, different things you'll learn in createyourcash.com. So I'm super excited about the journey. I'm super excited about surrendering. And, even in the midst of this quarantine world situation, I'm super excited about doing the things that are fun to me, because once you get to your 40s, honey, you just want to have fun. You, especially being in business for 10 years, all through my 30s, and almost 11 years this year. But it is now. I'm like, I just want to tell people, help the younger women, not only in age but in business, come up and do some great things. Like that's the seat I am now in my 40s, which is not old, but it's just a lot of wisdom that I've acquired, and I want to be able to be a vessel to help.
Yeah. Yes. Like, do you see why I said what I said? How she's amazing and phenomenal? That's what I'm going to say. So do you have any final words for our lovely listeners?
I just want everybody to keep going, growing, and glowing. And you, Chanel, you are around me enough to know how I end everything. So I got to say it because it wouldn't be me. But I do want to thank you. And listeners, listen, make it a great day. Don't have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too, have the power to do so.
Yes.
Now.
Yes to the singing tune at the end. Yes. And how can the lovely audience connect with you?
I would tell you guys to find me all over social media, but the best place that you can, if you're a woman and you want to get seen more, get into the Get Visible group. You could go to bit.ly/Get Visible group, all lowercase, and we'd love to welcome you on in our free community over there.
Yes. So again, thank you so much, Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, for being here with us. Thank you for being on this project. Thank you for allowing me to share your story and to be on this platform as well. And I'm super, super excited. And if you haven't gotten your copy of The Evolution Effect, make sure you get it today, not tomorrow, today, actually right now. And make sure you read Dr. Stevie's chapter, Comfort Zone Chaos. Thank you all for tuning in. I love all of you, my lovely listening audience. And please stay tuned for the next episode. I appreciate you all. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Evolve. Stay fearless, unfiltered, and unapologetic. Until next time, special shout out to all of our amazing listeners. You are truly appreciated. Follow our host, Chanel Spencer, at Chanel Spencer Now on Instagram and Facebook. Songs I'm From the South by D21 from Black Mob Entertainment off the 720 God album. Find him on Instagram at only D21.
I'm from the South. I'm from the South.
Straight out the South, where hitters rock gold teeth straight out your mouth. My niggas don't know peace, fuck is you saying though? Homies he playing though. Know my old dudes bring more than a candle. Bring the heat to them, there they keep talking. Know that they would then. Little dogs barking, step across the line, peace out.